WASD is the king of FPS controls, but it wasn't always this way. Who was its creator? And why doesn't he take credit for his creation? To find out how he and FPS would be doomed without it, we need to go back to the early 1990s. WASD wasn't an instant success. Years of practice and innovation led to what we have today. In 1997, early Quake Pro and perhaps the first true esports champion, Dennis "Thresh" Fong, made history when he won the first ever nationwide Quake tournament, taking home its software co-creator John Carmack's Ferrari as a prize. But Thresh wasn't always the champion that we know him as today. Things could have gone very differently for Doom, Quake, and FPS in general had he not done this. Thresh says that in his early days of FPS gaming, keybinds were all over the place. And you know, doesn't that make sense? A Thresh, or fresh new frontier, full of experimentation and curiosity. This was a new genre of gaming, arguably the greatest, and boundaries needed to be pushed. In 1993, Thresh would face off against his brother Lyle in Doom, both hands poised on his keyboard ready to frag. The keyboard was a natural choice. All keys at his disposal, ready to send his fingers flying wherever they may need. A mouse? Well, that was just weird. Despite the debunked rumor that Doom was made for keyboard only, Lyle used a keyboard and trackball mouse, no less, and he dominated. Why was Thresh getting destroyed? Could this mouse be the missing piece that he needed to win? Yes, and no. Lyle didn't always beat Thresh. They were both BFFs, big freaking fraggers. But it was enough to solidify the decision that he needed to incorporate the rodent into his play. And dominate, Thresh did. He was practically unbeatable. He had even entered a Doom tournament and had a 1,500 win streak. Thresh said, "Right after I made that switch, my skill improved exponentially. Pretty much, from then on, I never lost." He experimented a bit, vying to find the perfect combination. WADX? No. WASD? Yes. From the days of Doom, sending his opponents quaking in fear. But was he truly the first? Thresh did have competitors, not just in gaming, but in key selection. Others tried it too. But without Thresh's titanic influence, this may not have caught on. Could it have been ESDF, the true gamer way to play? Well, we may never know, although that is another popular key configuration that likely spawned from WASD, and it's my personal favorite. Games of the time used different letter configurations for their movement. 1994's System Shock used ASDX and Descent used AZQE. Thresh even knows a gamer that used ZXCV to move. And even that's nothing compared to some examples that we see now. It's interesting to see how far things have come since. Quake Pro Rafa has been recorded as using WSQE, while Toxic uses his left and right mouse buttons along with Z and X to move. But why won't he take credit for his creation? He says, "I stumbled across it. I'm sure other people started using it as well, just based on what was comfortable for them. I definitely think I helped popularize it with a certain set of gamers, particularly the ones that played first-person shooters." When people would ask him, "What's your config?" the answer could be found in Thresh's Quake Bible, and it describes the WASD formation as an inverted T. See, even before he was a success at Quake, Thresh was a Doom champion as well, so people tried to imitate him so they could follow in his footsteps, so they could try to get a piece of the skill that he had. But we do know that without Doom, Quake, and a champion hungry for success against his brother and the world, we all might still be doomed to another dimension of FPS gaming. Check out my next mini documentary on Doom's Cyberdemon here. Thanks for watching.